YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Turk Blow the Barber, and this is my low taper temp fade tutorial. By the way, my client, he's 8 years old, has a birthday coming up January 24th, and he happens to be my son, Jaden. He's a regular client of mine. Only drawback to it, he just don't pay. So right here, I'm gonna start off with my Oster 76s with the number one blade. And the reason I like using the number one, the reason I like using the 76s is because when you have kids, every barber knows they don't sit still. They turn their head, they lean, all type of things. So with the detachable blades, it makes it easier and quicker to get the job done, because with those detachable blades, they're gonna cut through any hair. Where you got that tough, thick, dense hair, doesn't matter. It's gonna cut right through it, one smooth stroke. And when I'm cutting anyone, it doesn't matter, kids, adults, whoever, I like to cut around the crown. Leave the crown for last, just because it really helps me be able to see in what direction and what pattern the hair grows in. So I usually save the crown for last. And Jaden, he's used to getting his hair cut. He pretty cool though. So as you see, the hair coming off real easily. The hair is coming off real easily. Saving that crown for last. Look how smooth it's coming off. See, I told you, he got so many different swirl patterns in his head. Like I said, his hair pattern is just like mine, so I definitely know how to get that crown. Usually I like to go in with the 1.5, but today I decided to use the regular number one guard, just because I like the way it lays the hair down. Yeah, it really lays the hair down. And with Jaden's crown, the hair goes in a literal swirl, like a literal swirl. Smooth, sure strokes. It's a pretty cool fireplace in the background, ain't it? Yeah, this at the shop. If you notice too, if you're paying attention, I primarily use my left hand, as I told y'all in the video before. I suffered a partial amputation of my right forearm, and the doctors were able to reattach it, but I have severe nerve damage in my right hand, so I'm not able to just use it for certain things when it comes to barbering, like holding the clippers or whatever. And as you see right here, I like to line up first when I'm making my taper, when I'm doing my taper, just because it helps me be able to see easier. And I'll go back over it again once at the end of the cut. Right here, I'm making my first initial ball line, well, my first guideline. I'm balding it out with my Babyliss Silver FXs, and I put a little arch in the line, not a direct straight line, but an arch in it, just so I can have my taper like be a little bit higher, and and burst a little bit. And as you see, I'm using my Andes Masters. I'm going up just to make my second guideline. Then I'm brushing. Like I said, I only primarily use my left hand for cutting. And here I am using the number 1 oak with the blade open just to get some of that bulk and loose hairs that was still there and clean up some of that area, those dark spots. If you notice how I'm holding my brush with my right hand, like I said, I have nerve damage, so I can't really grip the handle of the brush. So how I compensate is I fit it in between 2 fingers and grip with my other 2 fingers. And that's how I'm able to compensate for not being able to grip like that. Here I am with the blade halfway open, hitting in between that where I made the ball line at and where I made my first initial guideline with the number 1 guard. Then here I am with the blade all the way closed, and I'm taking out that bottom line. All my clippers and trimmers are 0 gap, so same line, same way. Whenever I put a line in the head, I know how to get it out. Here I am with the blade all the way open, just flicking out. Yep, flicking out, cleaning up. Yep, cleaning up. I like the way that transition is already coming. Here I am with the half guard too as well. Just to get any little hairs that I might have missed. And I'm adjusting my blade as I go up. Right now I believe it's all the way closed. Seeing open. So I play with it throughout the cut. Throughout the tape. But yeah, there it is. It's all the way open. Just help cleaning up. Then it's halfway. No, it might be all the, matter of fact, it's fully closed. Just cleaning up. And then here I am again. Just doing some more light detail work. What I like to do is I like to finish a side before I move on to the next side. And it looks like, look at it, it's blended. Tell me I'm lying. I'm using them corners too as well. Got them. Like I said, them kids, they like to lean. And here I am starting with the back taper. I'm keeping it low though. I didn't need to bring it all the way up high due to the fact it's really a low taper on the side, so when it's like that, I don't like to bring that taper up too high. If you notice, I'm angling my blade, that's the way in the direction of the hair too. Here I am with the number 1 blade all the way open, and I'll adjust as needed. When you're fading, when you're cutting period, whether it's against the grain or with the grain, you go in the direction of the hair. If the hair grows diagonal and you want to cut against the grain, then you go in the diagonal direction as well. But you also got to be careful because the hair does change. The hair does change direction. All over the head it does this. Right, like right there, the hair grows straight down. But if you're looking at far corner right there, look what direction it grows. It grows toward that side taper, that sidebar line. But then if you look further up, it grows straight down. So you go in that direction. Because if you don't, you end up cutting across it. You'll bump. That's what can cause bumps too. Razor bumps on the back line. Especially when you're doing a ball fade on someone. Here I am with the half guard, just cleaning up, flicking out, cleaning up, flicking out. You notice every time I go up, I come back down with the brush. That's a big part of it too. Whether you're using a comb or a brush, that's a big part of fading. Whenever you bring that hair up, you brush it back down. Just so you can see what you're working with. You see, here I am, going in the direction that the hair is growing. Just to get that line out and help build that transition. I probably won't show the other side because I won't show y'all that how I cut the other side because I did it just the same. It came out all the way the same. Ball line, then first initial guidelines, then against the grain with your number one open. Here I am doing a little detailing work. Still detailing. And here I am just getting those scraggly hairs off the top so it's cut to be smooth and everything's laying down. Here I am doing this C-cut. Making sure brushing everything down even after I hit it. Here I am on my vertical bar, angling my blade. And like I initially told everybody in the first tutorial, whenever I do a lineup, I come back with the razor, with the straight razor every time. Here I am on that front line, sectioning out. I started at the halfway mark, working my way to that corner. Okay, here I am with the straight razor, bringing everything back to that line, making it as crisp as possible. Angling my blade at a 45-degree angle. Like I said, I'm a beginner barber. I'm still learning, but the basics and I basically got the basics, man. And I'm bringing everything toward that line. Bringing everything toward that line. And this haircut is coming out good. This haircut is coming out good. Look how smooth the hair is laying down. When you are using the razor, you pull the skin as tight as possible. Because if you don't, and you're scraping that razor on somebody's skin, what's gonna happen if the skin moves? You know it, you're gonna cut somebody. You're gonna nick somebody. A straight razor just brings everything together, make that line so crisp. And I'm bringing everything back toward the line. It's okay to go against that line sometimes, just to get those overhanging hairs. But make sure you bring it back. And this is my finished product. Again, I'm Turk Blow the Barber. You can find me on IG at Turk Blow the Barber. I'm also on Facebook, Rob North. You can catch me on IG with my before and after reels too, and pictures of other haircuts. If you like this video, give me a like, comment, share, and most definitely subscribe. Y'all have a blessed one, man. And tell me what you think, seriously.